first start of the year, we're gonna pump the diesel primer because this thing usually becomes full of air because of this primer, I believe, is bad. I don't know. Pumping it works. I've already got pressure. That's usually all we need. This is very, very temporary. My first time picking it up. I don't know where balance is yet. So. What I'm looking for is a light spot. I don't want to be able to pick it up or put it down on this axis, or it'll fall when I lift it. You're probably thinking, Mike, now what? You left it running. That's precisely what I'm thinking. I gotta get my exhaust fan going, this stinks. So unfortunately, due to that hailstorm quick, I'm gonna let it drip dry for a minute. Nothing's worse than getting dripped on inside. No good. Oh, it's the wheel bearing. That's how the other side is. Let's see if it feels good. That's not too bad. We're watching the tie rods now. And that's nice and tight actually. That boot's off. We can put that back on. Checking U-joints. That was very bad. This one to the front's good. And these two were fine. Other than some normal rust along the rocker panel, I checked the frame. The frame's all good. My tires are still nice and fairly new, 80% probably. So far we've got a bearing, a U-joint, and this axle boot. See how that's right off there? So maybe I'll replace the axle, maybe I'll be cheap and just put a clamp on that. That's what I gotta fix on it so far that I see. Okay, parts are on order, they'll be here tomorrow. Let's tear this apart, just so we're ready for it, you know? Brakes that are not seized are good brakes in my mind. So I usually pry on the brake like that and it'll come loose enough to get it off here, but this one's just a little bit stuck, so. I wasn't going to pull this all apart, but good to lubricate it, I guess, for the winter, so I wish I would have washed it before I pulled it in here. I'm just going to interrupt this time lapse for a quick second and say whoever was here last to put never seize or anti-seize on these bolts, thank you very much. Second point, if you don't have yourself a set of these Irwin, or there's 100 other brands that make these twist socket remover extractor, if you've got a spun bolt, they grab on, they feel like a toy, man. It pulled this bolt out easy. So, look, years ago, my buddy Evan told me the best way to do U-joints is with a vise and a hammer, and literally, just check it out. Is there a better way than that? Okay, we got this wheel bearing changed, and we got this, and we got this U-joint changed. These brakes I pulled apart and greased, and the rest of it checks out, so we just gotta change and check the rest of the oils, and we're out of here. Probably do that tomorrow. So the axle boot was in really bad shape, and I guess I can open it up and show you here. So I actually put a bunch of grease and stuff in here, trying to salvage it. And to be honest, it feels perfectly fine, so I'm going to keep it as a spare. But for the peace of mind, I slapped a new one in here. So now there's no more worries about a front axle blowing up. So we've done the brakes, we've done the axle, we've done the wheel bearing, oil's all checked, they're all good. And really the only thing left to do this year is plow snow. I only plowed, so obviously I do all the can of the post stuff. Last year I did it 10 times. That's nothing for me. So I bought oil, I bought filters and stuff, but I think I'm going to change that halfway through the season. I'm expecting a pretty busy snowy season, and I think the oil's still nice and clear. I'll show you. why would we go about changing that? It's still golden, and it's just about all the way up to the full mark. It's one line below that, which is fine. When I was underneath, I obviously had a really good look under there. I didn't see any leaks or anything, so I topped her up with coolant yesterday. I don't remember if I put that in this video, but there's at least some in the bottle now. Again, that's another thing. I've never necessarily seen a leak. Oh, I guess that's a lie. I did a rad hose on this last year, didn't I? I did the lower rad hose on this thing, I think. So it might have been leaking out of there for a while, and I might have not filled it back up. So anyways, that's been done this year now. Filter minder, let's reset that. So that didn't move enough to worry about, so we'll just keep an eye on it. Yeah. Let's go plow something. So that's as stupid and simple as it looks. I've just got 2x4s with one screw in them, and the base of it's screwed on so I can flip it up. I can walk through here. My head just ever so barely touches, and there's plenty of room for it to move. And I believe I'm just a squirt taller, but I could be the same height. You be the judge. Anyways, this will work for now. Unfortunately, some genius left the key on all night, so this thing's dead. Oh, wouldn't that be my luck that it crapped out? I left it. Oh, there we go. Oh, you gotta love technology. It's working now. Okay, tomorrow we'll pull this outside. Come through. That tree was standing, but I'd bumped it in the past, so its root system was a little bit loose and it didn't survive. Funny enough, that one did. I'll glue the video that I took of the root system lifting up right here. Watch that. I think this might be something to look at soon.
Just
Yeah, I'm just gonna rev it a couple times.
okay. Starting.